What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Y'all come on in the room real quick. I ain't gonna be long. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Now, it's how you doing, Miss Sexy Red? Let me say something real quick, cause people think they're gonna play with me, right? And I'm not gonna be standing 10 toes down. You, I'm not letting nobody play with me. Nobody. Okay. Now I have been very much quiet. I haven't mentioned nobody's name. I haven't been uh, playing games with nobody's name or their situations. I've been pretty much minding my business, blogging and covering what I want to cover. That has nothing to do with these people. But when Chats them just went out and put a community wall, and I get it. Her circumstance with the lawyer has changed, and they're cool now. But when Chats was trying to make her points, first of all, she name dropped me, which made me and her go back and forth when she was going after targeting Lupac. If y'all remember that. And um, good afternoon, y'all. And she also did a live when uh, when Miss White also had to do what she did when it comes to this lawyer. And so she did a live, and she had my name all up in that live. So now that it's my turn to go up against this lawyer, and they cool like that, they don't, they making subliminal posts about names. No, 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 no. It was good for the goose. It was good for the goose. And at this point, I believe everything Ashley Chat said, and that's all I'm saying. So it was good for the goose for my name did back then though. Okay, all right. My name was being used in all of your lives, in your on your community wall, everything. Okay, so we're not gonna do that. If y'all cool, y'all cool. You try to protect whatever situation with her, you want to roll up your sleeves and go to war with it. Fine, cool. I'm cool with that part too. But what's facts is facts. When you spoke facts about her, it was facts. I'm at a point now. Ain't nobody about to play with me. Okay, nobody. All right. So this ain't that type of live. I'm not about to go in. This ain't that type of live. I'm not going in on nobody. Not yet. But I see the play. I see the play. And I'm just warning all of y'all, leave me alone. I'm warning all of y'all because it don't it's up with me. It don't even matter. I can stand 10 toes down on anything. I said. So I'm just letting y'all know where I'm at. At this point, I did not believe Chats. I did back in the day, I did not believe her, but now I do. Now she may take offense that her name is now being mentioned on my platform, and I get it. But it's only to line up what I didn't know, things I did not know that I would now be dealing with and faced with. It's no ill intentions, but I see how she's trying to twist it as if she didn't do it to me when she was upset with content creators because they both now whatever issues they had amongst each other, they cool with it. So and it's cool. I'm not out here targeting nobody. They're coming for me. So just know that. And I'm trying to lay in the cut, chill out. But it's a lot I can say, and I have not done that. I'm the one being uh targeted, and I've been seeing it happening. You understand what I'm saying? Thank you, Sweet Ma. Thank you so much. I know, Sweet Ma, and I hope we get a chance to holler at each other because they done got me twisted. I'm not the dude right now. Basically, I'm being called a snake because I left the narrative out there unclear. Basically, because I said I didn't want to be in the middle of messaging simply because of that reason. Because when I shared what somebody told me to share to Miss White, I thought I shared it correctly, and she's like, "No, you didn't." I apologized several times in text. Look, I'm my bad if I got it wrong. I could have sworn this is what you told me to say, and from that I got labeled a snake, and now she's doing this whatever she's doing to me. Okay, cool. I said I didn't want to be in the middle of it. I said it. I got several texts proving it. So what you're doing to me is that really fair? I mean, is that what you? That's what we doing? I should have known better. You understand? I should have known better when it was recordings. Uh, People was doing the voice, thing. She recorded Jared. I should have known better. That's all I know. Because this is uncalled for. I never said her name at all. Never shared anything when things went left. I let it be. You understand me? So I'm prepared though. I'm very much prepared to stand up for myself. Tabby, I don't know why this is even happening. I even my last few text messages was very encouraging. It was almost like she just wanted to pick me out of it and make it an issue with me. And I had nothing to do with nothing. Nothing to do with nothing. So I'm very much um prepared. You understand me? And yes, and just to clear up a few things. Well, she cleared it up on her live, and I wasn't even gonna do a rebuttal live. But she did speak to my oldest daughter and encouraged her. She sure did. My daughter was seeking a promotion on her job, and she was getting passed over. And in the way that she was getting passed over, I didn't know how to encourage her based on how to move around in corporate America. So I thought it would be necessary that she spoke to somebody who understands corporate America. And that's how that conversation, and that was a great day for my daughter because my daughter, not only did she get the door closed on her um, at that particular job, but she went and got hired somewhere else, and she actually got more there than she was expecting where she was at, and God opened that door for her. So I'm grateful for that conversation. The other conversation was with my oldest son. They're about 29 and 30 years old, and she spoke to him based on music for doing some music for her channel. That's where that was at. And he's a professional drummer, and he does beats and studio work. So she's praising my intro, and she wanted something similar. That's how she talked to my kids. But don't feel like you got to spare me of anything. You ain't got to spare me because you spoke to them. If you doing what you doing to me, and you talking about because if I spoke to your kids, no, they grown, they can handle their dad being on YouTube. This is getting to be very diabolical. I don't know why you went this route with me. I don't understand it. And then to say, D Ham like Amore. I don't not anybody know me. I don't like Amore. But if we not beefing, there's no issue there. I'm not like You understand what I'm saying? I'm not losing sleep. I think that the clowning, some of their jokes is very funny. I've always been very public about that. Very funny to me. She can call me Pissy Ham until her teeth, what I'm saying, rot. I don't care. I got a sense of goddamn humor. You understand me? Them names don't bother me. Okay? I laugh at that. But don't act like that woman ain't did what she did to me. And now that's where you're at, sharing anything that we spoke about with her. Cool. If that's how you do. You know what she's done to me. And it's okay. That's how hey, that's how you roll. Cool. But leave me. You could have left me alone. You could have left me alone. Come on, I cut you off. I don't go through life cutting people off. Y'all, everybody know that. I do try to find a way to mutually just go your way. I don't believe in cutting folk off. You get what I'm saying? So if God see fit to remove somebody from me, I take it as a blessing. Cool. I'm not arguing. I'm not fighting. I'm not calling your phone 100 times. I don't care no more. Is what is. I wish you Godspeed, and I kept my mouth shut, and I left you alone. But you don't owe me no loyalty. You're 100% correct. I don't. I mean, I respect what was there. I would never come and do what you're doing to me. Then go the route that you're going. I respected it. But if you don't have none for me, I understand it. I'm not sitting up here in my feelings about it. Cool. I'm not in my feelings. Okay, cool. I'm a whole grown man. I'm okay with it. Okay. All right. But I can deal with what comes out. I can deal with it. But Ashley Chats, no, I agree with what you said about her. Now, if you take an offense that I finally came around to agree with what you said, then and you probably y'all in a different space, so now you feel like your name is problematic in on people's community wall when my name was all up and down your community wall, all up in your beef with other people. You understand? In a negative way. I'm saying I agree with you. I ain't got no smoke for you. But I see the direction that this is about to go. We all got community walls. All of this is being played out on social media. Anybody can go to your community wall and see what you just post. Anybody can go to my community wall, see what I just post. Anybody can go to the lawyer community wall, see what she just post. Anybody can go wherever. That's what we're posting for. Everybody know I don't bother nobody. Okay, well I apologize, Miss Chats, if that wasn't your intentions towards me. I'm saying I see where you've been. I and this is the key point from Chats, and I'm not going to even carry this out because this ain't got nothing to do with you. But if you recall, y'all, can y'all hear me? Let me put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Put a one in the chat. Put put a put a one in the chat. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Okay, cool. I just want to say this to Miss Chat since she pulled it up in here, and she know I'm not lying. She know for a fact that I never once cared about getting in the middle of anything she had going on. But Miss Chat, I will have to, if I have to go to war, I'm going to talk about one of my lives that you came and pulled up on, and it ain't got nothing to do with you, but it got something to do with you, but it ain't got nothing to do with you. But I'm going. That day right there was my first red flag, and I overlooked it, and I guarantee you, I'm prepared to talk about that. But neither here or nor there. During that live, I asked Miss Chats, get my number, hit me up. Through Miss White. They both called me on the phone, and we had a conversation. And I recall, and Miss White and Miss Chats, if you in my chat, you can admit to this, that I said that you and Miss White's, I had to separate y'all situation with the lawyer. And I said, it's two different situations. And I said that y'all need to do, I have to figure out what's going on individually between y'all. That was that was during the reconciliation. And this has everything to do with with the reconciliation. And I said, I don't know what's going on. I'm not sure what's wrong with the situation, but I have to um, weed it out individually. And I told Miss White at the time, I said, look, um, give it time. I said, just give her some time. I don't know what the problem is. I never cared to know. Matter of fact, their issue, Miss White issue, the lawyer issue, and Chat's issue was way before I even came in contact with the lawyer. That the day that Chats went live, that's when things was exposed that there was a problem between the lawyer and Miss White. It had nothing to do with me. And I stood my ground. I said, I don't want to get in the middle of that. It has nothing to do with me. Do you get where I'm at? But I did want them to fix it as women. That's it. We all too grown for this. Like, fix this. So basically, I got blamed yesterday that I'm the one that got this issue thing going with Miss White and her. Like, I'm trying to figure out what did I do. There's somebody who's literally said, I don't want to be in the middle. I even told Miss White, look, if y'all not squashing this, I don't want to be sharing back forth messages because it can get messy. And then I didn't understand when these two women already had each other's number. Why am I in the middle? But this is what she said, how I snaked her. Okay, I'm a snake. And I went live, I did a live and said, no, I do know that the lawyer was adamant that she never wanted to speak to Miss White. But she gave me a message to share with Miss White that, hey, I'm done, leave me alone, yada, 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 type of thing. And she said, well, no, I didn't tell you to tell Miss White. I told you to tell your team. Well, I don't refer to these content creators as my team. So I would have never assumed that you telling me to tell this to everybody who got an issue with you. So that's where the confusion came in at. I'm thinking your issue at this moment was Miss White. So if I got that wrong, I said I apologize. That's not me snaking you. So I'm not I'm not prepared. I'm prepared to. Can y'all can y'all hear me? I'm prepared to defend myself. But this live ain't that. This live is not about that. I just didn't want. I thank God that Chats came in and cleared up what her community wall was because I thought that was towards me because I had recently said her last name in one of my community posts. So that's what I thought that was about. And she came in and said, no, that had nothing to do with you, D Ham. And I appreciate that, Chats, that you cleared that up because I'm not even. I don't even have no type of smoke for you. I'm sitting here agreeing with your last few lives that I was definitely blinded in a blind spot by. I didn't know. I didn't never know I would be coming back saying I agree with you. Never in my wildest dreams. I thought you was lying. I thought you was unhinged out here and doing the most. That's what I thought. But look what's happening to me. I did nothing of any sort to this young lady to deserve um she know what Amor is capable of. She know what Amor is going to do with information, and she's intentionally feeding her. So I already assumed that it was happening from the day she got on the panel. I already assumed it all. I already knew what it was going to be. I already knew what the connection was about to be about. I already knew I was burnt toast at this point. I said it's just a matter of time. I've been in the saga over 2 years. I already know what it is. I already know how it plays out. So I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised not one bit. But the situation with the money, okay, I'll clear that up real quick because this live isn't about to drag nobody. This is just to clear up or just give clarity. So I cleared up the thing about my daughter, cleared up the thing about my son. Um, and she also talked to my nephew because he's the one that rapped on my um on my intro. So I pretty much was trying to hook her up to let them get to work in the studio and come up with something cool, for her platform. And I'm like, yo, these are the people that did mines. They probably gonna, you know, do what they got to do for you. That's how those conversations went. But I shouldn't be spared based on that. If you want to air me out, just we got to just do you got to do what you got to do. Let's just do what you got to do. But at the end of the day, um, if I can remember what I was about to say, I sort of forgot. I sort of forgot. But so I have to stay on stay on track. But I thought I was gonna clear up the money issue. Everybody know that I'm an owner operator. I'm not a W-2. I'm a 1099. I own my equipment, right? Um, at this particular day, I had an air leak going on with my truck, and I took it into the shop. Now at that particular unit, I have full blown warranty on that particular unit. But when I put it in the shop, because my front bumper was, I hit something with my front bumper, which caused my air dryer that's sitting right next to the bumper to be pushed in. They can tell that it was a sort of a small little accident. So the people inside the shop said, look, they're not going to be able to cover that under warranty because you can tell that this is not the original way the truck should look. And so basically, I had money in my account, but by the time they got finished doing the repair, it was more than what I had on hand, and I did not have access to another account that I had money in because I left the card at home. So I said, well, look, let me contact my son and try to get um, the additional money that I need to take care of this expense. And by the next day, um, but this was around 5, 6 o'clock at night, right? 5, 6 o'clock, going on 7 o'clock. I had $5,000 gonna hit my account that I had access to by midnight. So I contacted my son to see if he can push the funds over, but he was in a studio session. He didn't pick up. Normally, anytime I call my son, he picks up no matter what. So I don't know if the music was loud, whatever have you. And I definitely was like, dang, I can't get him on the phone. And really, I could have just sat there with the truck all night, but I was trying to stay on schedule, and I was trying to get up the road to be past certain scale houses and stuff like that. So I was literally, it was a convenience thing. I could have sat there to midnight and just took care of the bill, but at midnight, um, the place, I think, I don't know if they were open all night, but the truck was already repaired, and the bill just had to be settled. So basically, I had over 5,000 hit my account the very next morning, the one I had access to. And so I contact me and Sean talk. Excuse my, I mean the lawyer. We talked. So I called her and I said, look, um, I don't normally do this, um, but I'm trying to get my truck out of this particular place so I can keep on going where I'm headed. I couldn't get my son on the phone. Is there a way that you can, I don't even know if you got it. I don't know your we don't talk like that. We don't talk about each other's financials situation. Not like that. Um, and so I just stabbed in the dark. Like, yo, if you got it, it'd be less than, um, it'd be by midnight. She was like, oh, let me check. She checked it out. She said, um, she asked me a couple of questions. She was like, well, it can't wait? I was like, yeah, it can wait, but it's just a convenience thing. She was like, well, let me check. And so she checked and she came back, said, yeah, DM, I can do it. I trust you. No problem. I said, cool, cool beans. Um, so she sent it over. I forgot what form. I wish I could even pull it up. It was less than 24 hours. So literally, she sent it. She sent it over. I set up my bill. I don't know if I even screenshot the bill, but and sent it to her just so she knew I wasn't playing. I don't know what I did. I can't even remember. But at the end of the day, the next morning, I contacted her around 7:30. I didn't even want to wait. I already had the bread, so I didn't even want to waste no time. I just wouldn't want to wake her up too early. So I called her around 7:30 in the morning, and like, what's going on? You up? You're like, yeah, I'm up. I'm up. She was like, I was like, well, um, she's like, I'm just getting myself together, whatever have you, getting ready, to start my day. I'm like, cool. But I said, this ain't this ain't a normal call. This is, this call is an intentional call to get, to send you back your money. I said, where you want me to send it? She was like, DM, you ain't have to rush and send that back like that. You could, I'm like, no, no, no. This is not how I move. Um, I need to get that pushed back over to you because I wanted to actually feel like it never left, like it never left. And I said, do you Cash App, PayPal? Do you do Zelle? She's like, oh, if you do Zelle, then Zelle it to me. Because I know Zelle, there's no percentages coming out of the money. So I pushed that money back. She threw it. Look, the lawyer is not a pedophile, ain't somebody that I would not trust. I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand why that had to, why she's using that as saga beef. But if you're using it for saga beef, use it for saga beef. Um, you losing the fact that I lost the contract. You, I lost the contract. Um, the contract that I had was a very lucrative contract that I was on with this one company, and I did lose that contract. Very lucrative. I even because I trusted her expertise. When I lost the contract, I had over $13,000 that was owed back to me, even even after the contract was over with. And I sent her over I wanted her to help me understand, or pretty much just prove to her, show her how much how much income was coming in from that contract. So it was year to date. I was with the company less than 4 months, and year to date I made over $104,000. So do you think and she got it? Do you think I'm out here on a sandwich or a salami sandwich? No, I'm not. She knows that hey, I'm going through just like anybody else. That losing that contract, I had to fight to get to where I'm contracted where I'm at right now. So, I'm doing, she knew I was going through that. That's no, and I'm not ashamed of it. You talking about a man who had his own trucking business up into 2019, from 2000 to 2018, and I think by in 2018, I had over, I almost generated over in gross for my company almost $1 million. Look, I'm not out here. She knows this. I even talked to her son when it came to the industry because she was blown away by the numbers that, I was like, yeah, after this week, I generated this amount of money. She was like, what? So yeah, so for her to know, I talked to her son. You know what I'm saying? Um, this is, this is when I tell you October was a very tough year for me. It was a very tough year. There was no secret. I said that. So I'm not afraid of anything that she's sharing over there to Amor. If they want to come and target me with it, cool. I'm gonna stand my ground. I'm gonna stand my ground. I'm a very successful man. I've raised beautiful children, got wonderful relationships with both of my wives, my ex and my current wife, and I'm not above any relationship issues. I'm not exempt from it. But for a woman that has three husbands and the husband she with now is an arrangement, military arrangement, for you to be out here calling out wives, and you know full well that you had to get psychologically evaluated in the military because you needed to be on some type of meds. Let's not do that. We understand that your nigga Jay is on some disability from the military. Let's not. We can go there. And at this point, I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to him. Tell that nigga to holler at me because this is where I'm headed to. Just like y'all got my info, I got y'all's. I got your info. I know where you at. We can do what we feel we got to do. I'm not backing down from nobody. You're not about to sit here and try to corner me off. Well, and spare me. Spare me. Don't spare me. Unspare me. I'm like Queen Fee on that. Unspare me. And then we gonna see where the cookie crumble. Cause I wasn't talking to myself on that phone. Now I've been very quiet. I respected the wishes. But you talking about, loyalty and uh I can my private conversations is my experience. Well, I got experiences too. I got truth experiences too. That's right. She did that. She beat Jay up. It's all facts. You come for me, be prepared what's coming. I have no smoke for Ashley Chats. And Ashley Chats, if I misread your community wall, please forgive me. We have not spoken since since the direction of different things were happening. And I want to apologize to you because I did come back for you because I felt like you targeted me, and I want to make that apology to Chats, um, because now I truly understand some of the things that this woman felt the need to come out and talk about. So that being said, I wanted to pretty much um, not be the one that can't use her name in this moment because I believe a lot of what she has said. And I'm telling them, hey, my name was good to use then I got to do what I got to do because it was what it was. I'm not here to tear down anybody who's not coming for me. Now, y'all know D-Ham. I promise you, you can go back to the conception of my lives, any lives that I've done. I have not targeted anyone who has not come for me. I have not used my platform to expose anyone who has not already been trying to come for me. Everybody knows that. Anybody that I had to come back for, even on my own team, it was because I got called out. And Retta and everybody is already. We all know how the emotions were running. Upper, they say Upper made me cry. Whatever they want to say. We all know how emotions were sky high, and basically how it was almost difficult for me to go and grab a link here or there. They would feel like D-Ham, you getting gas lit or whatever have you. So all of that um, brought my team. They had their opinion. These are strong-minded people. They have their own opinion. But as you can see, I go against the grain because I have my own mind. I will go against the grain. And at the end of the day, I don't look at these people as a team. They're content creators who standing on the same side of the aisle they've been standing on. Now, have they views may have shifted and changed, but they didn't feel the need to turn against everything they fought for. That's the difference. That's the difference. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not about to come out here and throw people under the bus because I see some inconsistencies in some things that they're doing. I probably shared it on the back end, but no, not on the front end. You ain't gonna see me come out here and do that. And I'll try to be as transparent as possible on the front end without seeming like I'm fanned out or whatever have you. No, we call out things just like Amora had to call out things about Brianna. You call things out, but that don't mean you got to throw them under the bus. You understand me? So basically, that's how I always was looking at everything. And y'all, if y'all know, I been stopped blogging on this on that couple. So, and I was trying to do the YSL thing with shift the gears. And you understand what I'm saying? And this is not to go too deep, but that's what it was, y'all. So I'm literally I'm telling people to leave me alone. I will go back to whatever content I was already covering, especially that bitter baby ninja, Cali. I'll go right back to him because I ain't nobody afraid of him. All right, and and y'all can leave me alone. Whoever's on your team, they on your team now. That's your team. And if you want to say I got a team, I guess I got a team. But I see you got one too. And if the pit bull want to come try to bite and bark, it is what it is. My black is beautiful. That's a fact. It was less than like 6, 7 o'clock at night, and it was I wanted to make it seem as if it never left. But um, the fact of the matter is, it is to also um, this army from saying what Amore was doing with Maine. You understand me? He was a known pedophile, and she was borrowing money. And she was like, D-Ham, you borrow money from a. But let me tell you this. You got a husband. Oftentimes that is really strange for a man's woman to go and borrow money from another man. You understand me? So it, however you want to put it, we can take it wherever we got to take this. Whichever way y'all want to go, we gonna go. And D-Ham gonna tell his truth. But right now, I'm gonna fall back. I'm gonna let them have it like they got it. Just leave me alone. I'm asking them nicely. I know it was very intentional why you're doing this, why you feeding them more. But I know what the plan is. But I'm asking y'all to rethink what you're doing. Because other than that, I don't have no problem hitting the live button. And we just let it all out. Let it be what's gonna be. And the next live is gonna be on a whole nother conversation. So I'm just telling y'all where I'm at. That's where I'm at. It is what it is. Much love, much respect. Ashley Chats, thank you for not being offended and literally clearing up what your community wall was to help me understand why I should not be offended by what was on your wall. Because basically, I am co-signing where where I doubted and I literally questioned and I possibly mishandled you during that time. And I did not, I was blinded by the front end lawyer. And the back end lawyer, um, it was some red flags. And I will go into those red flags if necessary, not today, if necessary, and then I will continue with my truth. So I'm asking them nicely to leave me the hell alone. Fall back, or it's gonna get ugly. That's all I'm trying to tell you. So I'm almost home, about to be with my family in a minute. Um, look, it is what it is. But now one of the red flags is you know the secret recording of Jared. Now I'm not surprised now that I knew I was up next. When that connection happened with the more, I knew it was coming. So I'm not surprised by none of it. You understand me? So it's cool. You gotta have thick skin to be in this sector, and I got it. I'm built for it, and I promise you, I'm not backing down from nothing. So they want to come for me, then let's go. Okay? Love y'all. Thank y'all everybody who pulled up skirt into this chat, and y'all can rebuttal this live. Y'all can do whatever y'all want. I'm not in my feelings. I'm cool with it. At the end of the day, it is what it is. And let me say this: my son did call me back shortly after the transaction, and I told him, um, "Don't worry about it." Uh, and he had already knew who the lawyer was. I said she looked out, and I said, "So don't worry about it. I don't need it. I don't need it right now because everything gonna hit in a few hours, and I'm gonna give it right back." He was like, "Okay, Dad. You know I'm here if you need me." And that's how that day went. That's how that day went. I knew he had it. I knew he had it, and that made him roll like that. You understand me? So it's cool. She want to share the info, then share the info. I guess it is what it is. But I'm prepared. I'm prepared for whatever attack you got. You understand me? Um, I'm just asking y'all nicely to leave me alone. I have been silent all this time. So why are we here? So leave me alone and do your thing. Okay? Love y'all. Y'all be blessed. Okay? Shout out.